Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Ecovacs T30S combo, which is made up of a robotic vacuum cleaner and a handheld cordless vacuum cleaner as well. What I want to do today is first of all get the vacuum unboxed, get it all set up, and I'll give you a couple of demonstrations of it. As you can see from the size of the box, I think there's going to be quite a lot of unboxing here. So first of all, we've got the main base. This is where everything will sit on. A book of instructions. I'm sure that might come in useful when it comes to some of the setup process. There we go. So this it's not actually the first vacuum I've unboxed and demonstrated from Ecovacs. The other model that I showed was actually really good, and it is one I do use at home, to be honest. And I'm so impressed with it. That's why when I had the opportunity to talk about this model, I immediately jumped at the chance. So let's just pop that to one side a moment, just while I take the main unit out of the box. Now, some people, you might need a hand with this. You might need two people, but at the moment I should be okay. And just one of the final bits, if I just shut the lid on here and pop that on there, so you can see it just says open from here. Now this is actually part of a family of Deebots, so the T30, there are several models in the range, and with this one, so this is the combo, and that's really what is going to go in here. So you actually get a handheld cordless vacuum as well, which is absolutely brilliant idea, because as good as these are, I suppose if you've got a large surface area to clean, then something like the robotic vacuum cleaner will be very good. But nevertheless, there will still be areas around the house, and I've got stairs here. I'll give you a demonstration of this on the stairs later on, which clearly a robotic vacuum cleaner can't do. So let's just pop that to one side for a moment. And some of the tools and accessories. So I will cover these and what they do, and clearly these are to be used with the handheld element. So we've got the cheeky little crevice tool here, and this is the motorised brush as well. This is something that always goes down really well with people. So if you're looking at purchasing a handheld cordless vacuum, something like this is really good for doing the stairs, or if you want to vacuum your car out. And what have we got over here? So we've got the mains lead. Clearly that's quite important if you want to charge everything up. And we've got the main robotic vacuum cleaner itself. Really solid feeling. I know it's not the sort of thing you're going to be handling a lot, not like the cordless vacuum itself, but I just love the build quality on these. As I say, this is the second one I've spoken about. Really impressed with how it's all built. It just feels solid. And just on the inside of the box here, you do get the brush, and that's important to pop on there. So it just locates on and just clips into place. And as far as the actual setup, as far as the robotic vacuum itself, not really a lot to do. You've just got a little tab in here that says remove. So let's take the lid off first and pull that out. There we go. And just pop the lid back on there. Now I'll put the packaging to one side, I can start to have a look at the setup process for the robotic vacuum. And overall, it's actually really easy. I must admit, I did refer to the instructions, which if you follow me on YouTube for a while, you know I'm not a huge fan of instructions, but I thought for the purpose of this video, I'll just have a quick look through to see what is involved. All you need to do is just clip the base in there. That's that bit done, nice and easy. You've got the mains power, so I've connected that already, and you have got an on and off switch just around the back. So that's all done and set up, and all I'd need to do is to pop this in here, and that will charge. So clearly when you're not using the robotic vacuum, then it will sit in the base at the bottom here, and also when you're not using the handheld part, that will sit in the side as well. There are other accessories available as well. So if you wanted to use the handheld part as a main floor cleaner, so if there were certain parts around the house that the robotic vacuum cleaner couldn't get into or struggled to get into, then you can actually purchase a couple of other accessories There's a main floor head that you can get, and also you can get a longer pole as well, just to attach it on to make it a main floor vacuum cleaner. Just quickly show on the top here that this is actually charging at the moment. It's got a little indicator on the top here to show you that when I put it in here for storage purposes, it's going to charge as well, which is always a little bonus. To finish the setup process, I'll just show you on the top here. First of all, you've got the dirty water tank. So that just shows you in there. So when you've actually used it and you used it for the mopping purpose, then all you want to do is to go and empty that dirty water out. But all I need to do now is just go and get some water and fill up the clean water tank. There we are, got some water in the clean water tank. Just pop it in there gently, shut the lid, now we're ready to go. Now I just want to go through some of the features that this offers, because some of the features are absolutely fantastic and can make life so much easier for you. The first feature is called Zero Tangle Technology. Now there's nothing worse than having, say, pets, or if you've got family members with long hair, and then when you've got a robotic vacuum like this, having hair wrapped around the brush, because all you'll find is you're going to be forever taking the brush roller out, taking the hair off, and then carrying it on. So with this, with Zero Tangle Technology, bit of a tongue twister there, I like that. Basically what that means is you're not going to get that because of the way everything is designed. If you did need to take the brush out, I'm just going to show you how to do that. It's ever so easy. All you need to do is just take the cover off, take the brush roller out. So if you decided you wanted to change that, or if you did need to take that out for cleaning purposes, then nice and easy. And to put it back in, just relocate it, then clips back in, then you're ready to go. And the way the anti-tangle technology works is using this V design. So normally with most brush rollers, they're just straight across, but using this V design and also the two different types of bristles, that really helps to get rid of any hair that could get wrapped around it. And the idea is, if you've got hair up to 25 centimetres, which on some women could be the case, then basically you just don't need to worry about having hair wrapped around the brush roller hair. What I'm going to do is to give you a demonstration of the Zero Tangle technology, because I think it's so important and it's such a major feature on this vacuum that I just want to give you a quick demo of it. What I've done is I've got a small amount of hair and I'm just going to enable the vacuum to start it. And I know it might be a little bit difficult to see because it's quite light coloured, but I'm just going to get the roller going, show you how well the Zero Tangle technology works. Then if we turn it upside down, and I'll just show you inside the bin, and as we open it up, just to prove, again, hopefully you can see that all of the hair is actually in the bin there. And if I just turn the vacuum over quickly, you'll see that there isn't any hair wrapped around the roller brush. So that's the Zero Tangle technology, and as I say, I think it's such an important feature that I just want to give you a close-up demonstration of it. Same with the mops as well. If you wanted to take those off, nice and easy, they just come off at the bottom like that. So just held in with a couple of strong magnets, so they're not going to drop out. If you wanted to take those off for cleaning purposes, or if you just wanted to take them off to update them, then that's nice and easy as well. So basically, if you are a pet owner, or as I say, if you've got family members with long hair, and if you're concerned about getting hair wrapped around it, then it's not need to worry, because this one will be fine for you. When it comes to using the tools and accessories with the handheld part, couldn't be easier. This is the first tool I mentioned, so it's a combination of two tools. So you've got this wider surface area, and then if you just clip that up, then you've got a soft bristle brush. So that's a really good tool to use. Also, you've got this, so you've got the crevice tool, and for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to get up some of these breakfast cereal that have been spilt on the floor here. So that was really good, nice and easy. What I'm really pleased is that Ecovacs have done the customer research and found that customers want an on and off switch rather than a trigger based switch. And what I mean by this is that you just press it on and off and you don't need to keep your finger on it. Also, you've got a switch on the top there, so if you wanted a high or low suction, you just press that button in between. I'll just show you that. For the next demonstration, I've just popped on this, which is the motorised tool, and hopefully with this it just makes life a little bit easier when you're vacuuming on carpet. it couldn't be easier, and if I needed to get into the corners, then I could just use the crevice tool as well. Personally, I'd recommend installing the Ecovacs app, and what you'll find is that this can do a huge amount with the robotic vacuum. I'm not going to go into it all, but I just want to give you a quick snapshot of what it can do. But first of all, you just need to take the top off and just scan the QR code on top. And then once you've done that, then it just goes through a whole setup process. So now that everything's installed, through the app, as I say, there is a huge amount you can do. First of all, what I'd need to do is to map out my home. So depending on the room that I've got it sat in, hopefully you can see that there's a button in the middle there that says map your home. And essentially what the robotic vacuum will do is it will go around the room and it will decide, I suppose, how large it is. And then when you set through the cleaning process, then you can select whether you want it to just vacuum or whether you want the mopping as well. So that's really good. Also, you have got smart functionality as well. So if you've got things like Alexa or Google Assistant, then you can enable all of that with the Deebot T30S. So first of all, we could just set it to start cleaning if we wanted to. Just press the start button at the top. You've actually got different settings on here depending on how you wanted it to vacuum. So if you wanted it to, say, vacuum and mop, or if you just wanted to vacuum itself, you just press one of these buttons. Also, you've got different water flow rate, cleaning passes, so if you wanted it to go over the room twice, if it was really dirty, you've got the option. Also, suction power, so if you wanted to reduce the suction or increase the suction, this is where you would do it. Also, the deep cleaning option, so you've got cleaning speed at the bottom here. So there's so many different options. Also, you've got something here which is called AI Intelligent Hosting, and what this will do, this will actually clean, if you've got a certain area of the floor that is going to be quite dirty, you can actually get it to concentrate on that area, and what it will do is it will actually search out for areas that are very dirty and it will spend longer cleaning those. I'll give you a demonstration of that in a moment. Now, just while it's doing the vacuum and mopping, I'm just going to show you a feature that it's got called True Edge Technology. And as you can see, one of the mops at the back sticks out a little bit further than the other. And what this is doing, this is just making sure that it's getting into the corners, which is actually really good. I'll just hopefully show you as it comes around the corner here. There we go, so it's just sticking out a little bit further, and it's just getting down the corner, which is absolutely brilliant. And it's coming back, and it's vacuuming everything up. So what it's done there is it's actually enabled something called the auto empty. And what it's done there is actually emptied both bins on both vacuums. So on the main robotic vacuum, that's something that quite a few manufacturers have enabled. But on this, on the handheld, I'm actually really impressed. I've not seen one yet that has a self-emptying bin. And what will happen, all of the dirt and dust will go into the bag, and then when the bag is full, then just take it out and purchase another bag and pop it in, and then you're ready to go again. I just thought I'd pop the vacuum up here next to me just to finish off. Overall, I'm really impressed with this. I think there's so much about it that is positive. I suppose that the whole concept of having the handheld unit as well is a really good idea. But as I mentioned earlier, it's part of the family of T30 models. So this is the combo model where you get the handheld. And I suppose the main thing is, depending how you vacuum, so if you have got a large surface area, for example, if you just live in a large apartment, then something like just having the standard T30 model, so the T30S should I say, would be okay, because this is available just on its own, and to be fair, it is slightly cheaper. If like myself, where you've got stairs as well, then having the handheld unit is actually a really good idea. Clearly there is an extra cost to it, but personally I think that's worth it. As I say, there's so much with this vacuum. I think I've only scratched the surface with it, but apart from having things like the automation where you can actually talk to it, the Google Assistant, Alexa, I love that. Having the ability to map the whole room out and to zone off certain areas. Also the ability to schedule it, so if you wanted to have the vacuum come out at certain times during the day or certain days, then that's something that I find really useful. I'm also really impressed with some of the technology that's involved. Things like the true adaptive edge mopping, where the mop will actually extend to make sure that the edges are nice and clean. Also the zero tangle anti-tangle technology, a little bit of a tongue twister for me. That's basically where you won't get the hair wrapped around the brush. And also I love how easy it is to maintain and clean. especially with things like the self-cleaning option, and also that last bit I showed you where we'll empty the bins by pressing the button on the front. Absolutely fantastic. If you're as impressed as I am with this, then I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up, click subscribe, leave any comments below. I'd always appreciate comments on the video. I know there's a huge amount. I could have given you a whole host of demonstrations on this, but I try and keep it quite short. Also, I'm going to be using this at home, so if you've got any questions on it, just pop it in the comments below. Thanks very much for joining me today.